It's 10 a.m. CET time. My name is Piotr. Welcome in our live trading room. Quick risk warning. Trading FX on margin carries a high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. You can sustain a loss of some, all of your initial investment. Please do not invest the money that you cannot afford to lose. Seek education and gain experience before risking real money. However, past performance does not guarantee future results. All right, guys. In the chat window, you can find our YouTube link to our YouTube channel. And just to get better understanding about few things, my advice is to check two of our first few videos. The first one is related to what some colors mean on my chart. All right, just to avoid the situation that you do not understand what's going on. Let me briefly remind you what's going on. So generally speaking, that's going to be better visible on euro-dollar chart. Guys, can you see euro-dollar chart? It looks like something is frozen on my side. Okay. So overall, the red color on the chart, right, related to horizontal line or trend lines or whatever, means that something is going on monthly chart. The blue color means something's going on the weekly chart. Green color is related to daily chart. Yellow, orange is related to intraday. All right. So for example, right now, as you can see, there is a 30 minutes chart. Okay, let me guys, because there is looks like something is frozen. No, okay. Thanks for all the informations. All right. So for example, here there is a 30-minute chart. Okay. So the green line here, the falling trend line, right? So means that if price is gonna to rise toward this level, I know what's going on higher time frame. Even if I'm still on 30-minute charts, all right, I know that, okay, we are approaching the trend line on daily chart. So that's the different colors. That's for me. Hopefully it's gonna be useful for you as well. But for me, it's telling me the story on a bigger time frame, so I don't have to switch every few minutes to higher time frames to check what's going on, because the lines and the colors are telling me the whole story. All right. But to get everything correctly, I really advise you to check this video. Call it what's on my chart, what colors means on my chart. And the second video I advise you to check on the YouTube channel is the video related to risk. Okay, and to be honest, guys, I explained in details why I'm using such a low risk. So just a reminder, for me, the standard is around 0.25% of my account per trade. All right. So, for example, 0.25. That's I would say standard. If I'm more confident, I may try something bigger. I may try 0.5, 0.75. But the funny story is every time when I'm more confident about the trade and I'm taking the bigger risk, of course it's some kind of the joke, but very often I'm going to be stopped out because my stop is too tight, all right? But anyway, to get the whole thing, 0.25 means that I'm risking $25, all right, with 10K. With 10K account. One may argue, okay, what should I do if I have a tiny account? Still, you can trade. If you can trade micro lots, once you are gonna to be confident, then it's of course it's up to you if you wanna take the bigger risk. But guys, my point is, very often you may see 2 to 5% on different forums, in different books. Now answer yourself with current market environment, with the whole story with pound, with the whole story with Swiss franc, with the yen manipulation and stuff like this. It's nothing extraordinary to be stopped out 5, 6 times in a row, maybe 10 times in a row. So if you are risking 5% per trade, right, and you are on the market and you got 10 times because of market manipulation, you've got 10 times in a row stop, or you are going to be stopped out 10 times, then you're done with your account 50%. So then before you are going to make the next trade, if any, you are going to be sick, you are going to sweat, whatever. You got my point. Your approach has to be with clean, cool head. And if you are done with half of your account, then how come your approach could be with cool head? So hopefully you got my point. People who are trading with me for quite some time know that I'm trading from 2002, and most of you guys know my horrible story at the very beginning, right? So really, believe me, maybe 0.25, maybe 0.25 is too tight, but personally I'm very confident, and you know, especially with day trading, in the future we are going to make the separate webinar. There is one more risk management strategy on my site. I'm doing especially during the day trading, aggressive day trading, and I'm gonna explain in the future. All right, just not to lose the time, just to focus on what's going on the market. Actually, the main point of our meeting today is gonna be the UK GDP first reading. So we are going to focus on British pound, all right? As we have still 22 minutes to UK data, let's have a look on other majors. One important thing, guys, is that we are approaching end of the month. So overall on FX market, there is something like T+2, right, for settlement. So if any of the big guys needs to make some kind of the exchanges and get the settlement this month, so means that if they are gonna to make the trade today, Thursday, then Friday is the first day, and Monday, end of the month, is the second day. So be careful today, especially especially at the end of the London session, the fixing. So be very careful. Some strange stories may happen. What I mean by this is that end of the month flow will dominate today, right? End of the month flow will dominate today. Last thing, because even if we are gonna to have some plan, it's good to follow us on Twitter because of some updates, right? That's our Twitter address. The thing is that depends on the price action we are gonna to see within next hour or so during our live trading room. If we are gonna to have some plan, then if necessary, I'm going to make an update. I'm going to make an update on Twitter. Okay. So 20 minutes to go to first UK GDP reading. So we still have a time. So before we are going to start with the British pound analysis, let's have a look on dollar yen chart. And the thing is that, as you know, if you are following our blog, if you are following our Twitter account, most probably you know that me or we as a Land of Trading, overall we are very bullish on dollar. All right, in the medium and long term, as of now, I have no idea what's going to happen within next 2 weeks, because it's very important to remember that next Friday, as the first Friday of the November, we are gonna to have non-farm payrolls. Okay. Next Wednesday after non-farm payrolls, we are gonna to have FOMC, and of course, don't forget, guys, that's the election time as well in US. So to be honest with you, I have no idea what's going to happen within the next 2 weeks, but overall, based on what we've seen till today, we are overall bullish on dollar. And in regards to dollar yen, the first important thing you should remember, or you remember, maybe not should, but if you check our blog, that was the case. We were against the overall market view about the dollar yen, right? Few days or few weeks ago, when everyone was so bearish and we were so close 100, I've mentioned this trend line on the weekly chart, so that's the blue color. I mentioned this falling trend line. Broken to the upside. So right now we are retesting this broken trend line. And I mentioned that as long as we are above this trend line, simply there is no reason to sell dollar yen, all right? One more thing. We are right now, let's switch to daily chart. And that's the MT4 platform. So obviously we are above the trend line. So let's make this trend line to the week only visible on weekly chart. Right now we are on daily. Okay. And few times during last few days, I have mentioned that 104.60, 104.75, that's gonna be the key level. If we are manage to close on weekly chart if we are gonna to manage to close on weekly chart above this level, that's above 50% of this candle, right? We have a chance to see higher prices towards 105.30, 106.15, 106.70 and higher. All right, but it's all about this 104.60, 104.70 right now. Based on the daily chart, it's also all about 105, psychological 105 level, right? Yesterday we were able to close at the highest level for quite some time. That's the higher close from August. That's the very good sign. The only concern right now for me is a Tuesday sell-off. All right. So on Tuesday on daily chart we had this pin, but yesterday, as you may see, let me zoom it a bit. As you may see, okay, that was the concern for me. But then yesterday, all sellers, based on the pin bar, were trapped very quickly, and we ended up at the higher level, and we are going higher today. The thing is, as you may see, there is some kind of the upward channel here, and on an intraday basis, that's very important right now, because guys, for me, at least for me, just to avoid the situation that yeah, I mentioned that I'm a medium-term, long-term bullish as of now, but also I mentioned a few times that of course I'm not trading blindly. Even if I'm bullish medium long-term, if the chart is saying a little bit different story, especially short-term, that for me personally, as I'm preferring day trading, it could be the case to go against the overall view. All right, and two things very important here around 105 level is the top of this Tuesday rally, and also the top of the channel. So and we do have the GDP, US GDP reading tomorrow, right? So short term, we are going to discuss it maybe later if we are going to have a time. So it might be that if I'm going to switch lower, let's say to 5-minute chart, all right, and I'm gonna see the bearish price action around this level, I might take the short, no doubt, especially if the stop is gonna be around 8, maybe 12 pips. All right, and if I'm gonna to have a chance to grab 30 or 40, that's perfectly fine, because that's gonna be more than 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. That's what I'm looking. That's what usually I'm looking for. All right. So just for the future reference, that okay, I'm bullish, but at some point I may try to trade against for a short period of time. And you know that I love to have the possibility to trade two ways. So usually I'm trying to have ready plan A, and if something is wrong with plan A, I like to have plan B in place as well, all right? So the plan B is telling me that we have very strong possible demand around 104, all right? And then around 103.60 based on this bottom of the channel, that's another one. And to be honest with you, if I'm correct with the channel, I do prefer to buy the dips towards 103.60. Okay, so if my thinking is correct, then selling Riley top of the channel, that could be the name of the game later today as well. But again, I'm not gonna sell blindly. I would like to see first on a smaller time frame, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe 3-minute chart. I would like to see what's going on at the top of the channel and at the top of this Tuesday's price action. Okay. So we know what's going on a dollar yen right now. That's some kind of the supply visible right now. But again, because of 104.60, 104.70, because everyone knows that it's a strong resistance level. So that's why we see some supply here, all right? But now you have to answer yourself. If you are watching the market from the market maker's perspective, or from the liquidity provider's perspective, all right? So if you are watching the market from those two perspectives, and if you are a liquidity provider, right? So when everyone is trying to sell, you as a liquidity provider, you have to provide the liquidity, so you are a buyer here. All right. So in that case, that's why I've mentioned that I'm watching, or I would like to see what's gonna happen a little bit higher, because my thinking is, if those guys, if liquidity providers are giving the liquidity here to all those sellers, all right, means that liquidity providers are buyers here. So what I would like to see, most probably we are gonna have some stops above 104.75. So my thinking is, when you are selling and you have a stop order higher, means that when you are selling, then your stop is gonna be buy order, right? Okay, so you are selling, liquidity providers are buying, and I can imagine that we are gonna to see higher prices just to hit some stops, to activate the buy orders, so then the liquidity providers can unload their long positions. All right? Because right now they are buying, they are providing the liquidity, so they are buying. Everyone on the world is selling right now dollar yen, most probably. Of course, I'm joking. I'm trying to explain my way of thinking. But right now, liquidity providers, they are buying. Once we are gonna to hit some stop levels where those sellers are gonna to decide to liquidate their shorts, means they are gonna to decide to cover their shorts by buying, so then the liquidity providers can unload their longs, selling into those buy orders. Is it clear? Okay. So that's how I see the dollar yen. As we have 6 minutes to go in regards to the cable, then just briefly, since Tuesday, right? When we had last time our live trading room, there are not many changes on the market. So still the full euro-dollar analysis I recorded last time during our live trading room is still valid, right? So overall, no change on the weekly. The huge consolidation, and more about this on the video. Daily. That's quite important. All right, because I do believe. Okay, I do believe that we may stop already here, and we may see continuation to the downside, but that would be, in my opinion, that would be too obvious. All right, because again, plenty of euro-dollar sellers around, so don't know if the liquidity providers or market makers they already got the chance to switch to short on their books, so they have to care about the book. So that's quite possible that we are gonna to see a little bit higher prices even than yesterday. So we may see the stop hunting above yesterday high towards 109.70, and that's where I'm gonna be confident to try to trade short swing side. Okay, closer to 109.70. Still, short-term day trading during the Tokyo session, we hit some demand level, and we are trying to push higher. Right now, green line. That's the daily, and at this line. All right. With this swing high, so intraday first supply should be visible around 109.32. All right. I've mentioned this demand has been hit during the Tokyo session. So the next one, the next visible demand for me right now is around 108.60 to 108.40. And also, as I have explained during the last video, 108.30 is quite a significant point. So we may expect demand towards 108.30 as well. All right. So 2 minutes to go to the UK GDP first reading. So let's switch to British pound right now. First important thing, and that's gonna be strange. I like British pound. I like British pound. So again, that's contrary view to the overall market view. I like British pound to the upside, but I'm not sure yet. Most probably, it's gonna be better to trade via euro, in my opinion. All right. So let's have a euro pound chart visible here. And I'm not gonna to trade within the first few minutes. I would like to see the reaction and stuff like this. So, you know, the market need to show me what they really wanna do, because first few minutes that's gonna be market makers' game. That's fine. We don't have to play their game. Okay, so 10 seconds. Oh, okay. Looks like we may wanna go towards 23, 20, 23, 40. And let me quickly show you what I mean by this. Right now, that's quite significant development. We took out this supply. That's really big thing, especially if we are going to take into the consideration the move to the downside from here. Okay, so now we took out this whole supply here. The question is, if it's gonna be only stop counting, and we are gonna to get back and retest the lower levels again. That's why I would like to give them few minutes, or we are gonna to attack this 123.20, 123.40, as I mentioned before. That's supply, another intraday supply zone, and I really do believe we are gonna to target this zone. Now, let me show you. Let's switch to the daily chart, British Pound USD daily chart, and the yesterday close was quite positive, because what we did yesterday, we not only closed above the Tuesday high, but we also closed above the Monday close, right? So that's some kind of the swing here. We took out yesterday high right now, and of course we need to see the confirmation. So we would like to see some kind of the acceptance that yes, we want to hold about this level. All right, so let's watch for a while, and briefly let's have a look what's going on Euro Pound. That's the daily chart, and also this supply here. Okay, so that's gonna be quite nice to see them below this level. So let's switch to smaller time frame, and we know that we are interested in 88, 85 or so. Now let me explain you my plan for Euro Pound. If we are gonna to be able to hit those stops below the level, right? The next thing is gonna, for me, the next thing, if we are gonna to go lower here, we are gonna to hit those stops. The thing is, if we are gonna to be able to close, or it's gonna be only stop counting. All right, now two different scenarios. We are gonna just to hit the stops and manage to get back above. Then we are gonna to activate this supply based on Rayleigh based fall. So that's gonna be possible 89.30, 89.40 possible supply zone. All right, or if we are gonna to manage to close below that level, we are gonna to try to trade the breakdown. We are you are gonna to try to make the breakdown trade. So let's watch what's gonna happen. Okay, and we should have a bigger picture within the next few minutes. So 2270 has been hit on 5 minutes. On 5 minutes we hit 2250. That's gonna be first, but the better demand is around 2225. With tight stop below 20. So that's gonna be like 7-8 pips stop. On a 30-minute chart, we have to hold above 22, one moment, 2240 to 2233. So what we may see that's quite good. That could be good setup. Let me remind you, on 5-minute charts, I'm looking for 2225, 2226 on a bid side. Means that the execution is gonna be on a higher price, right? But let's see what's gonna to happen over here within this demand, right? And as I mentioned, on the 30-minute chart, we need to have a confirmation with close above 2240. So what I mean by that? That, for example, 2270 right now works as a supply, right? So we may see some new sellers coming in. By the way, the UK GDP better than market expectations, plus 0.5. Expectations were 0.3. So we see the sellers coming in around 2270, right? And as I mentioned, we need to close above 2240. So we may close somewhere here. Let's say we may close somewhere here, right? Around 2250. Okay. So on the hourly chart, we are gonna to have candle like this. Okay. On the hourly, that's the 30-minute. So those two candles, they are gonna to represent 1 hour candle. So let's say we are gonna to close above 2240. Let's say around 2250. We still have a time. Okay. Then at the very beginning of the next hour, we may see market may try to keep selling the pound. All right. So first the weakest longs, because for sure there are some breakout traders right now. For sure there are some breakout traders right now, and their stops are just under 2240 most probably. All right. So again, that's the easiest way for market makers to clean those stops. So we may hit the stops under 2240. Depends on the size of those stops. We may fall towards our demand zone on 5-minute chart, right? So if that's gonna be the case, if we are gonna be able to buy around 2230, 2225, remember, I'm talking about the bid, so but the execution is on the ask side, right? So it depends on the spread you have. If we are going to be able to fall to 2228 plus 2 pips spread, then the buy side is going to be 2230, right? But anyway, we are going to have something between 6 to 12 pips stop 3 times. we are gonna to target 3 times the initial risk, right? So it means that we are gonna to target around 40. So now the question is, if we are gonna to buy 22.30, if we are gonna to add 40 pips, we are gonna to get the 70 level, and the 70 level is under the high. So we've got a real chance to go here, retest that level. I'm not sure if we are going to be able to grab the whole 321 or maybe more, but the way of my thinking is that there is, if I'm correct with this demand, so we should be able to retest that level. So it's not out of the nowhere, this 1, 2, 3, but of course the real life is gonna to correct our way of thinking, but we'll see. Let's wait, let's be patient, and let's try to trade to the upside. At the same time, I'm watching the euro pound. Looks like now, and also I'm checking the dollar index, and the dollar index is a little bit weaker right now, so means that euro dollar is a little bit stronger right now. So looks like pound dollar instead of the euro pound might be the name of the game, or pound yen also could be the good choice. But let's focus on pound USD right now, and let's wait and check if we are gonna to have a possibility to try to buy that level. All right. By the way, dollar yen, watching dollar yen as well, because we are approaching 104.75, 104.80. So let's see if all those sellers here, they are gonna to give up, and we are gonna to hit some stops to the upside, and what kind of the price action we are gonna to see at the top. And let's check if there are gonna be something for us to join to the short side, because if I'm not gonna see what I'm looking for, then I'm not gonna to sell. Then I will wait for a pullback without the short position, just to join the long side, right? So let's have a look. Let's monitor dollar yen as well. Euro yen got some intraday supply around 104.40.50, as you may see, a green line, daily chart, horizontal line. Something in between 114.40, 114.60. Come on. I need to change the color of this yellow zone. Yeah, finally. All right, so that's the daily chart, and it's based on this weekly triangle, which has been broken to the upside, to the downside, right? That's the middle line of this triangle, and we are below, so that's 14.40, 14.60. I'm gonna to watch price action on Euro JPY as well. All right, let's have a look what's going to happen with pound. We are very close. The thing is that, guys, we still got the 15 minutes to close the early candle. And right now it doesn't look good because we didn't have a close above. Yeah, 2240. We closed the candle before. So guys, I'm gonna be the buyer here, and I don't care if I'm gonna to be stop out because my risk is gonna be 0.25 only, right? If you not feel comfortable, just don't follow me. Just check the paper trade. If the analysis with it, that's the best way to check, is just to make the note that okay, based on this type of the analysis, I'm gonna to try the long side here. All right. After a few meetings in a row, when you see how I'm working with charts, how I'm working with the price action, then if you feel more comfortable, then you try to trade with even smaller risk than me. Let's check the even smaller time frame, 1 minute chart. Any questions related to euro dollar, to dollar yen, to pound? Okay, just 1 second. Just 1 second, because instead of, yeah, I may try to buy, I may try to sell euro pound instead of buying the dollar pound, or make it 0.15 here. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna do this. 0.15 risk, 0.15 risk. And on the pound, euro pound, I'm gonna to sell 89.28 with stop 2 pips above. I mean, bit plus, so you need to add the spread, right? All right, guys. Okay, USA. I've placed an order on euro pound, and I'm gonna to wait for pound USD to buy at market, not by placing an order. Euro dollar, um, 0930.35. That's the intraday supply, in my opinion. Oh, come on, guys, just few pips. Hello, guys, few pips lower. Holy Maloney. 3 pips missed. In euro pound, 3 pips missed. Once we are going to get back above 55, then I'm gonna rethink the whole strategy. All right, if we are going to get back above this level, because that's gonna be quite nice move to the upside. All right, that's gonna be around 20 pips, so that's already gonna be 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. Of course, we are not in a trade. I'm not in a trade within the trade right now because I missed by a few pips here. But after this move, then I would like to see what's gonna to happen next. Okay. The next live trading room, it's gonna be next week, and again it's gonna be Tuesday most probably. At least twice per week. We are going to have live trading room twice per week. As you already know, we are in a very early stage right now, so of course the room is not full, but hopefully we are going to make a good job, so then you are going to enjoy meeting with us. I think the important thing is that it's not gonna be only live trading room, right? Also, we are gonna to have something like live market coverage. So once we are not able, let's say, to have a live trading room, we are gonna to do live market coverage. Means that maybe without the audio and charts, but with some text. But we are looking for smart solution how we can do that. It could be either Facebook, closed Facebook group, or Twitter direct message. We will figure out and let you know. We were thinking of Skype group. Guys, one thing, I'm gonna to stay with Euro Pound, but I'm not gonna, as of now, of course I will confirm, but the thing is that if we are gonna to get something like this, so we may clean some stops here as well. So I'm gonna to watch, 27 is my Euro Pound. And on pound dollar, I wanna see price action. Yes, I'm short Euro Pound. Let's check one more thing where we are. Okay, we done with stops on pound USD. I mean, the market took out the stops here, not mine stop, as I mentioned. I didn't take it, but right now I'm very interested in what's gonna happen here. I'm only short from 27. I'm only short Euro Pound. Two minutes left, and for sure, guys, we are not gonna to, for sure, maybe not, but 1.5 minutes left, 90 seconds left, and we are not gonna be able to close above 22.40. So looks like at least for now, that was the quite good thing to make it on lower time frame. And because of this action here, I didn't take the pound. I'm only short here Euro Pound at 27. And just short explanation how I'm placing my stops. So the top here at the Euro Pound is 89.42, let's say. So I'm adding 2 pips. So it's 89.43, and I'm adding spread. In my case, it's 1.6 spread here. So let's say 2 pips. So my stop is 46. And to be honest with you, I'm quite surprised with the pound USD price action. That's telling me, the current price action telling me that we've got the chance to go even lower. And we may retest this demand zone. Why this is demand zone? Because we saw some kind of the supply going on here. Let me make it bigger. We were trying to confirm this supply here, but finally we took out to the upside. So that's, in my opinion, possible demand zone. Questions? Is it the explanation with pound dollar here on 1 minute charts why I finally didn't take that trade? Is it clear? One more time. Or maybe different way. Let's make 3 minutes coffee break, and let's get back to the explanation after the coffee break. So 4 minutes and 11:06 I'm back. All right. So let's have a short break here. Okay, I'm back. Let's continue. So one more time, what happened? We had a better UK number, and the market started to buy pound before the data, right? But this buy here did nothing to this supply. Nothing. We just hit the supply. Then the better data, and we went to the upside towards 70, towards the next supply I've mentioned before. Okay, so that's the beginning of the story. So what happened? For sure, the market makers made the money, for sure, right? Why? Because they trapped all those sellers here. They trapped before the data. They trapped another sellers after the data. And then they trapped pullback buyers with this move to the downside. We've tried to be a little bit smart. Let's see how it's going to end up. So on the 5-minute time frame, that's the 1 minute here right now, but on the 5 minutes time frame, first on the 5-minute time frame, we describe this level as a potential intraday demand, right? And I've mentioned that I'm looking to buy here, but also at the very beginning, when we started to discuss the pound, I mentioned that it could be better to try to trade pound via euro, all right? So what happened? Supply came in. I've mentioned about 2240 would be good to see the close above. We saw the first pullback, and here I was complaining that 3 pips missed, and we went a little bit higher, right, towards 40. But suddenly we saw another possible supply coming into the market. So immediately what I did, I measured this move, this wave of selling, and added here to this wave of selling. And I said that I'm not gonna to, most probably I'm not gonna to take it. Also, I mentioned that in regards to pound USD, I'm gonna to, if I'm gonna to buy, I'm gonna to hit at market. And when I saw that the wave could get deeper and hit another stop levels, then I didn't do anything with pound USD. I know that's the 1 minute chart, but this alone candle here, that was nothing else than stop hunting. Otherwise, if this candle was selling only, so we should see continuation to the downside. The next candle up, and we are trying to go higher here. So let's see how the situation will develop here. on pound, and still we may have a chance to try to buy, but then again 2240 is a level to watch to the upside here, and so, and around 2220 is a level to watch as well. All right. So what we want to see from the buyer's perspective, we want to see that market is gonna to take out this supply here. Why I think this is a supply here? Because this candle here broke down through this initial demand, and from here the next one took out this demand, all right? So we need to get back above 40, retest 20. That could be the possibility to go long, all right? Oh, is it clear? Now, great, thanks for answer. Now, also, let's discuss it for a second. I mentioned about the euro pound. All right, I briefly described two scenarios, and finally I took the short based on another scenario. Anyway, what the first scenario was that we are gonna to get and close below the possible demand, all right, and then depends on the kind of the pullback we are gonna to join the short. That was the first. The second was that we are gonna to see the spike below those stops, then we are gonna to activate this possible supply. So that could be another scenario, all right? And I didn't explain the third scenario, but I mentioned that I'm gonna to sell at 27, and the reason of selling at 27 was also simple and was very similar to the second scenario. Okay, that was possible supply coming in. That was not so strong supply, all right? But it was enough supply. That was supply. Then we took it out here to the upside. So it was some kind of the demand, which was visible here. And we took it out. All right. And again, we took out this supply, went higher. So after the data, we spiked down, we removed demand, and what I did, I simply measured this candle, took 15% of that candle. That was 27 somewhere here, right? And that's why I joined the move to the downside. Now, the risk is of 20 pips. Okay, The move to the downside I do expect we are gonna to retest. That's the falling trend line here. So let's have a look how it developed. Once we are gonna to retest 15, when we are gonna to retest this level 89, 13, 15. I'm gonna to move my stop to entry level, and we'll see how it's gonna to work out. So again, we need to, with pounds, we need to see what's going to happen around 40. Euro pound holding tiny short. Again, remember I've mentioned from my side 0.15 here, 0.15 here. 0.15 here is working, and I didn't do anything yet on cable here. Now I can minimize for a while euro pound, watching, as discussed, watching dollar yen around 104.75.85. If I'm gonna do something, I will try to make an update on Twitter. Euro yen looks like supply came in a few pips earlier, but if we are gonna to see stops on dollar yen, then most probably euro yen will hit some stops to the upside as well. Just as a reminder, I'm watching 114.40 to 60 as a potential supply. So if I'm gonna to see something around this green zone based on the daily chart, and an intraday price action telling me that it's a time to try short side, then I'm gonna to try this short side, all right? And I'm gonna make an update on Twitter as well. Pound 22.20 is the level I'm watching. Of course, pound is tough to trade. The volatility is much higher. So try when you are trying to trade with tight stops. That's tough, but it's good that at some point that was quite good reading that I avoided the long side of the pound, but still tempted to go long, but not yet. Need more evidences, and enough. I'm short here, and if it's not gonna to work out for the next half an hour and still on the market, I may decide to cut this short as well. Doesn't matter if it's gonna be in profit or no. I need to see the action, and if they are gonna to stack I'm gonna to avoid. So let's watch together for the next few minutes. Action on pound. Sellers are trying to return to the market on pound. If we want to see the buyers, they should step in right now. Otherwise, we may see lower levels. One more time, if you want to see the buyers on the pound, they should step in right now. Below 22.20, we may get back and test this 22.10, 22 zone. And if it's not enough, then we may get back and test 21.85. And if it's not enough, 21.60. To the upside, we still need, we took out stops, so that's good. There is a room to move to the upside. Let's have a look where we are. Euro pound doesn't look good as well. Bulls are trying. Bulls are trying. But as I'm already short Euro pound, I'm not in a rush to add. That's Euro Pound 5 minute. Move below 22.20 again. We may retest this low around 22, right? Then move below 22, 21.85 and 21.60. To the upside, just let me remind you, to the upside we need to close above 22.40 for continuation to the upside, in my opinion. We clean the stops to 70 and we have and we have 23.15, 23.20, then 23.40 and 23.60 as a potential targets to the upside. Just a reminder, Euro JPY looking for 40.60, the green supply base on the daily. We just hit 38, so shy by a few pips. And as I explained at the very beginning, I'm watching on the price action on dollar yen. We'll see. Any questions? Okay, so holding short Euro Pound with stop at 47. Holding short from current 27, so 20 pips stop. Watching what's going on the pound USD. Would like to see the move above 40 again, as described from the bull's perspective. So move over 40 to clean some supply. All right, I mean, clean this supply. Then eventually some kind of the pullback. That could be the long entry. First target gonna be 2270, today's high. Then, as I mentioned, 2315, 2320 to the downside. Break below 2220. Could open the way toward the 22, then 2185, and finally 2165.60. So actually we've got the downside levels every, let's say, 20 pips. If you are looking to sell pound USD, I would rather wait for a test of 2240, and if bulls are gonna to fail here with tight stop above 50, that could be the name of the game for you. That could be the trade plan for you, because if we are gonna to retest, let me explain why I do prefer sell rallies in that case than sell the breakdown. Because if we are gonna to fail at 2240, at least we have to retest 2220, okay? So within the down move of 20 pips, you are gonna to have a chance to manage your short position, either go with your stop to entry or to cut half for whatever gonna happen around 2220. You've got 20 pips room, right? If you are gonna to trade the break of 2220, then your stop has to be above 40, I would say, to be on a safe side. And you've got the potential targets every 15-20 pips. So there is not, I would say, not enough room to sell below 20 to try to manage your position in a correct way. Hopefully that's clear. I'm not saying only because I'm long currently pound. I'm not saying that it's not a good idea to go short, but with the cable, I would rather try to sell rallies than sell the breakdown. All right. Only because of the not enough room to manage the short position in a proper way. So again, only on a failure at 2240. If we are gonna to close above 2240, we may see further rally towards and retest today's high, but I would say we are gonna to have a chance to see 23.15.20. All right. That's the 30 minutes dollar yen chart, and it's still 24 minutes the top of the hour. So that's the candle of the previous hour, and that's the candle of the current hour. All right. So if we are gonna to manage to close below the low of the previous candle, that could be the first sign for me to look for intraday shorts. All right. Just an explanation why this line, why I placed this line here, because that's the demand and new high. Of course, we made a lower low compared to this low, but we were able to make new high from this, right? Actually from this level. And that right now the line corresponds with the low of the previous hourly candle. The perfect scenario, if we are talking about the possible dollar-yen shorts, intraday, only intraday, in my opinion, would be another rally and failure around 104.75, some kind of the double top on 5-minute chart, and that would be my short setup. But again, only intraday. You know, I'm overall medium and long term quite bullish or very bullish on dollar overall, and also bullish on dollar yen. But as I mentioned a few times, 104.60, 104.70 on a weekly basis, that's gonna be the key. And we have a GDP tomorrow. We have a durable good orders today and pending home sales. Good data, and we may see dollar yen above 105. But as I mentioned, I do prefer buy dips on dollar yen than buy the breakout as well. Overall, I do prefer buying dips and selling rallies. But also, I'm quite often I'm trading the breakouts, breakdowns as well. We are discussing the majors today, and the main reason we are discussing only majors today is the end of the month flow, right? So the probability of the price action trading or technical trade around the end of the month is bigger at the majors than the others, right? Because no one cares at the end of the month if they need to make some deals, if they need to exchange some currencies. They really don't care about the technicals. And if someone wants to hold some patterns, the probability it's going to happen on the majors is much bigger than on minor crosses or exotic crosses, all right? So that's the only reason we are discussing today only majors. All right, so we have a plan for dollar yen, we have a plan for euro JPY, we have a plan for pound USD, and I'm staying short euro pound for now. We are approaching the lunchtime in Europe slowly. Still 1 hour to go in London. The key point of today's meeting was UK GDP first reading, better than markets. There was a move to the upside on pound USD, on pound overall. We hit some stops, definitely. We know what to look for and what to observe on the pound crosses. So that's it from my side. Please follow our Twitter account. I'm gonna make an updates if necessary to the plan. Overall, I'm making updates on Twitter account as well. That's it from me. Information about you are going to get email with information about our next meeting. Thank you very much for your time. My name is Piotr. Have a good day.